Every day, through our thoughts and actions, we shape the energy around us. If you've ever felt stuck in negativity, unlucky in life, or restless in your heart, the answer may lie in what you are unconsciously doing. In this video, we're diving into 5 things you should never do if you want lasting peace and good fortune, according to Buddhist wisdom. These are habits that silently drain your energy, block your happiness, and invite unnecessary struggles into your life. By the end of this video, you'll discover simple yet powerful shifts that can help you break free from negativity, attract positive energy, and cultivate a sense of calm no matter what life throws at you. If you're ready to clear away bad luck, free your mind from stress, and invite more peace into your daily life, stay with me. Let's get started. Why you should never speak negatively or complain. Have you ever noticed how some people always seem to attract negativity into their lives? No matter what happens, they find something to complain about. And somehow, things just never seem to go their way. Is it just bad luck? Or could it be something deeper, something hidden in their words, thoughts, and energy? Buddhism teaches that our words create karma. When we constantly speak negatively, complain, or blame others, we unknowingly shape our reality in a way that attracts more negativity. But when we shift our words toward gratitude and kindness, we open ourselves to peace, luck, and positive energy. Let's explore why negative speech is so dangerous, and how you can break free from this habit to create a life filled with inner peace and good fortune. Words create energy, and energy shapes your life. Think about this. When you hear someone complain all the time, how does it make you feel? Drained? Irritated? Uncomfortable? Now imagine if you are that person. Every complaint, every negative word you speak, isn't just affecting others, it's affecting you. Science has shown that words have a direct impact on our brain. A study by neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Newberg found that negative words increase stress hormones like cortisol, while positive words trigger the release of feel-good chemicals like dopamine. This means that when you constantly complain or speak negatively, you're not just venting, you're programming your brain to experience more stress, more frustration, and less happiness. Over time, this negativity becomes your default state, making you feel stuck, unlucky, and restless. But here's the good news, just as negative words can harm you, positive words can heal you. Buddhism teaches the importance of right speech, changu, using words that promote truth, kindness, and peace. When you choose words carefully, you start to attract better energy. Improve your relationships, and experience more moments of joy. So, the question is, what kind of energy are you creating with your words? Complaining creates more problems, not solutions. Many people believe that complaining helps them release frustration. But the truth is, complaining doesn't solve problems, it feeds them. Imagine you spill coffee on your shirt in the morning. If you start complaining, saying things like, "Why do bad things always happen to me? This is the worst day ever. Nothing ever goes right in my life." You've already decided your entire day will be negative, before it has even begun. Now, compare that to someone who reacts with, "Oh well, accidents happen. Let me clean this up and move on. Maybe this is a sign to slow down and be more mindful." Same situation, but a completely different mindset. One person chooses to stay stuck in negativity, while the other moves forward. Complaining makes you focus on problems instead of solutions, keeping you trapped in the same cycles of frustration and bad luck. But when you shift your mindset, you create space for new opportunities and better outcomes. Blaming others blocks your own growth. Another dangerous form of negative speech is blaming others. When things go wrong, it's easy to say, "It's their fault. I wouldn't be in this situation if it weren't for them. If only things were different, I'd be happy." But when you blame others, you give away your power. Buddhism teaches that everything in life is a reflection of our own karma and actions. Even if someone else is at fault, constantly blaming them won't change anything. It only fills your mind with anger, resentment, and helplessness. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I respond in a way that creates peace instead of conflict? What action can I take to improve the situation? When you take responsibility for your own thoughts and emotions, you stop being a victim of circumstances and start becoming the creator of your own peace and happiness. How to break free from the habit of negative speech. If you've been caught in the cycle of complaining, blaming, or speaking negatively, don't worry, you have the power to change. Here are 3 simple ways to shift your words and transform your energy. Practice gratitude daily. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, start noticing what's right. Every morning or before bed, list 3 things you're grateful for. This simple habit rewires your brain to see the good in life, making negative speech feel unnecessary. Pause before you speak. Before complaining or saying something negative, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, will this help or hurt me? Is this necessary to say? Can I reframe this in a more positive way? With practice, you'll learn to speak with awareness and intention, rather than reacting out of habit. Surround yourself with positive energy. The people and content you engage with shape your thoughts. If you're always around negativity, it's harder to break free. Instead, seek out uplifting conversations, listen to inspiring podcasts, and spend time with those who uplift you. When you make these small changes, you'll start to notice a dramatic shift in your mindset, energy, and overall sense of peace. Choose words that bring you peace. Every word you speak is like a seed. You can plant seeds of kindness, gratitude, and positivity, or seeds of anger, stress, and negativity. The choice is always yours. So, the next time you catch yourself complaining or blaming, pause and ask, is this leading me to peace, or pulling me away from it? If you found this insight helpful, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom on creating a life of inner peace and happiness. Why you should never harm others. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to experience good fortune and peace, while others face endless struggles? Is it just fate? Or is there something deeper at play? Buddhism teaches that karma is an unbreakable law. What we do to others, we ultimately do to ourselves. When we harm others, whether through words or actions, we set negative energy in motion. That energy will inevitably return to us, sometimes in unexpected ways. On the other hand, living with compassion, kindness, and a genuine desire to help others creates positive karma, leading to inner peace, happiness, and even greater opportunities in life. So today, let's explore why harming others, whether intentionally or unintentionally, leads to suffering, and how choosing a compassionate path can bring you true peace and long-lasting fortune. Karma. The energy you send out always comes back. Think about a time when someone hurt you, maybe through a harsh word, a betrayal, or an act of selfishness. How did it feel? Did it create anger, sadness, or even a sense of distrust toward others? Now, imagine being the person who caused that harm. Even if it was done in the heat of the moment, does it ever truly leave you? Many people believe they can get away with harming others, but karma works in ways we may not immediately see. A study on psychological stress and guilt found that people who engage in harmful or unethical behavior often experience increased anxiety, guilt, and even health issues over time. This aligns with the Buddhist teaching that negative actions create suffering, not just for others, but for ourselves. For example, a dishonest businessperson who exploits others for profit may seem successful for a while. But eventually, their reputation suffers, trust is lost, and they may find themselves alone, struggling to maintain what they built. This is why Buddhism emphasizes the importance of right action, Chan Engip, acting in ways that do not harm others but instead bring peace, fairness, and kindness into the world. So, before making a decision, ask yourself, am I creating good or bad karma with this action? If I were on the receiving end, how would I feel? What kind of energy am I sending out into the world? Harming others also harms your own mind. When you hurt others, whether through anger, dishonesty, or selfishness, it doesn't just affect them. It affects you. Science shows that when we engage in aggressive or negative behaviors, our brains release higher levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. Over time, this can lead to increased anxiety and emotional instability, a negative perception of life and relationships, difficulty feeling true happiness or peace. This is why people who engage in harmful actions often seem restless, paranoid, or deeply unhappy, even when they have material success. Buddhism teaches that true peace comes from a mind that is free from guilt, anger, and the burden of harming others. By choosing kindness, we don't just protect others, we protect our own mental and emotional well-being. Compassion creates good fortune and happiness. If harming others leads to suffering, then the opposite must also be true, helping others leads to happiness and prosperity. There's a reason why acts of kindness, generosity, and compassion are so deeply valued in Buddhist philosophy. When we help others, we create positive karma that returns to us in unexpected ways, strengthen relationships and build deep connections, experience more gratitude, joy, and inner fulfillment. A Harvard study on happiness found that people who practice kindness and generosity have significantly higher levels of life satisfaction and emotional well-being. This supports the Buddhist idea that when we help others, we are also helping ourselves. Think about a time when you genuinely helped someone, whether it was through a kind word, financial support, or simply being there for them. How did it make you feel? Now, imagine if you made compassion a way of life. How much more peace and happiness would you experience every day? How to stop harmful actions and cultivate kindness. If you want to break free from negative karma and create a life filled with peace and good fortune, here are some simple yet powerful steps. Practice mindful speech. Many people hurt others without even realizing it, through gossip, harsh words, or unnecessary criticism. Before speaking, ask yourself, is this true? Is this helpful? Is this kind? If the answer is no, consider staying silent or rephrasing your words with more compassion. Develop empathy. Instead of focusing only on how situations affect you, try to see things from the perspective of others. When you understand someone's struggles, it becomes much harder to judge or harm them. Engage in acts of generosity. Generosity doesn't have to be financial. It can be as simple as listening to someone who is struggling, offering encouragement to someone in need, performing small acts of kindness without expecting anything in return. By making generosity a daily practice, you naturally attract more positivity and good karma into your life. Let go of anger and resentment. Holding on to anger often leads to unintentional harm, whether through words or actions. If someone wrongs you, instead of seeking revenge or holding a grudge, practice forgiveness. This doesn't mean excusing bad behavior, but rather, choosing inner peace over ongoing negativity. A life of peace begins with kindness. At the end of the day, we all want happiness, peace, and good fortune. But these things don't come from luck alone, they come from the energy we create and the actions we take. By choosing not to harm others, through words, actions, or intentions, we create a life that is free from guilt, rich in positive karma, and filled with meaningful connections. So, ask yourself, am I creating a life of compassion and peace? Or am I unknowingly harming myself and others? The answer will determine the kind of life you experience. The key to true inner peace. Have you ever felt like no matter how much you achieve, it's never enough? Or perhaps you've held on to anger so tightly that it consumed your thoughts and emotions. Greed, attachment to desires, and anger, attachment to resentment, are two of the greatest obstacles to inner peace. They create an endless cycle of dissatisfaction and emotional suffering, preventing us from experiencing true happiness. Buddhism teaches that peace comes not from getting more, but from wanting less. When we let go of greed and anger, we free our minds from unnecessary burdens and allow space for genuine contentment and joy. In today's discussion, let's explore why greed and anger are so destructive, and how you can break free from their grip to live a life of true peace. Greed, the trap of never feeling enough. Greed is often misunderstood. It's not just about money or material possessions, it can be a craving for recognition, power, control, or even love. At its core, greed convinces us that happiness lies in getting more. But does it? Think about a time when you really wanted something, maybe a promotion, a luxury item, or someone's approval. When you finally got it, how long did the satisfaction last? Days? Weeks? And then what? Most likely, a new desire replaced the old one, and the cycle continued. This is what Buddhism calls the endless thirst, ta. A psychological study on hedonic adaptation shows that humans quickly return to a baseline level of happiness, no matter how much they achieve or acquire. This explains why even people with extreme wealth or success often feel unfulfilled. Buddhism teaches that the more we chase after external things, the more we become trapped in attachment and suffering. Instead of bringing happiness, greed creates anxiety about losing what we have, frustration when we don't get what we want, jealousy when others have more than us. So, what's the solution? Shifting from greed to gratitude. Instead of constantly focusing on what's missing, train your mind to appreciate what's already present. A simple exercise. Every morning, name 3 things you are grateful for. When you feel a strong desire for something, pause and ask, do I really need this to be happy? Practice giving, whether it's your time, energy, or resources, to shift your focus from taking to sharing. By doing this, you naturally reduce attachment and create inner abundance. Anger, the fire that burns within. Unlike greed, which fools us into thinking we don't have enough, anger convinces us that something outside is ruining our happiness. Someone wrongs us, and we hold on to resentment. A situation frustrates us, and we let it poison our mood. But here's the truth, anger doesn't punish the other person, it punishes us. Scientific studies show that holding on to anger increases cortisol and adrenaline, leading to higher stress and anxiety, increased risk of heart disease and high blood pressure, poor mental clarity and decision-making. In Buddhism, anger is compared to grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. So, how do we free ourselves from anger? Shifting from anger to understanding. Instead of reacting impulsively, try pausing before responding. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Seeing the bigger picture, is the person who upset you acting out of their own suffering? Practicing forgiveness, letting go of resentment isn't about excusing bad behavior. It's about choosing inner peace over emotional turmoil. Anger thrives on attachment to the past. The more we replay past hurts, the more we suffer. But when we choose to release anger, we make space for clarity, calmness, and genuine happiness. Letting go, the path to true peace. At this point, you might be wondering, if greed and anger cause suffering, how do we truly let them go? Buddhism offers a simple but powerful approach. 1. Practice mindfulness. By being present, we recognize greedy cravings and angry emotions as they arise. Instead of being controlled by them, we can observe them and choose how to respond. 2. Embrace impermanence. Everything is temporary, possessions, emotions, and even the people in our lives. By understanding that nothing lasts forever, we can loosen our grip on attachments and free ourselves from suffering. 3. Cultivate compassion. Instead of focusing on what we lack or who has wronged us, shift your energy toward helping others. The more we give, the more we receive, not in material wealth, but in inner peace. Final thought, are you ready to be free? We often think happiness is about gaining more and winning against others. But true happiness comes from letting go of greed and anger. When you release the constant craving for more, you experience contentment. When you stop holding on to anger, you open the door to peace. So, ask yourself, am I holding on to things that are stealing my peace? What can I let go of today to live with more freedom? If you're ready to step into a life of true peace, start with small actions today. And if this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. The power of thoughts and actions, creating good karma for a better life. Have you ever noticed how negativity seems to attract more negativity into your life? Or how a small act of kindness can ripple out and return to you in unexpected ways? According to Buddhist philosophy, karma is not just about actions, it begins with our thoughts. What we think, feel, and believe shapes our actions, and in turn, determines the course of our lives. When we cultivate negative thoughts, such as jealousy, resentment, or ill will, those thoughts influence our behavior, our energy, and the way we interact with the world. The negativity we send out eventually comes back to us, sometimes in ways we never anticipated. But the good news is that we have the power to change this. By choosing positive thoughts and righteous actions, we can plant the seeds for a future filled with peace, happiness, and success. Let's explore how thoughts and actions create karma, how negative karma can manifest, and what we can do to transform our lives through mindfulness and compassion. The connection between thoughts and karma. Most people think karma is simply about what we do, but in reality, it starts with what we think. Imagine this scenario. Two people are driving to work. One gets cut off in traffic and immediately reacts with anger, cursing the other driver and holding on to that frustration for the rest of the day. The second person also gets cut off but chooses to let it go, understanding that maybe the other driver was in a rush or distracted. The first person allows one small event to dictate their emotions, affecting their mood, interactions, and energy. The second person, by choosing not to react with anger, prevents that negativity from influencing their day. This is an example of how thoughts create karma. They shape our experiences, emotions, and the way we interact with the world. A scientific study on neuroplasticity shows that the more we entertain certain thoughts, the stronger those neural pathways become. If we constantly think negatively, we train our brains to react that way. On the other hand, if we practice gratitude, kindness, and patience, we rewire our brains for positivity and peace. What negative thoughts do to you? When we dwell in negative emotions, such as envy, hatred, or greed, it doesn't just affect others, it harms us the most. Envy keeps us trapped in dissatisfaction. Hatred poisons our minds, leading to stress and suffering. Ill intentions create a cycle of negativity that attracts more bad experiences. Just like planting seeds in a garden. Our thoughts determine what kind of experiences we will harvest in life. If we plant seeds of anger and resentment, we will reap conflict and unhappiness. But if we plant seeds of kindness and understanding, we will harvest peace and joy. Actions that create negative karma. Negative karma is not just created by our thoughts, it is reinforced through our actions. When we act with dishonesty, cruelty, or selfishness, we set ourselves up for future suffering. Some examples of actions that generate bad karma. Deceiving others for personal gain, dishonesty in business or relationships. Hurting someone physically or emotionally. Gossiping and spreading negativity. Acting out of jealousy or greed. Think about T. He people in your life who are always causing harm to others. Do they seem truly happy? Often, they are caught in a cycle of misery, constantly facing difficulties and conflicts. This is why Buddhism teaches the principle of right action. By being mindful of how we treat others, we can break free from cycles of suffering and instead create positive karma that leads to peace and success. How positive actions can change your life. Instead of harming others, focus on actions that uplift yourself and those around you. Helping others without expecting anything in return. Being honest and fair in all situations. Speaking words of kindness and encouragement. Practicing patience and forgiveness. Each time you choose kindness over cruelty, honesty over deception, or compassion over judgment, you are creating good karma that will return to you in beautiful ways. Transforming your karma, practical steps. So, how can we stop creating negative karma and start planting seeds for a better future? 1. Practice mindfulness in thoughts. Before reacting to a situation, take a moment to observe your thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought helpful or harmful? Does this thought bring me peace or suffering? By simply becoming aware of negative thoughts, we take away their power. 2. Choose positive words and actions. Words have the power to heal or harm. Instead of gossiping, complaining, or criticizing, practice speaking words of encouragement to uplift others. Expressing gratitude instead of complaining. Avoiding judgment and choosing understanding. Remember, what we say shapes our reality. 3. Let go of resentment and jealousy. Holding on to grudges and envy is like carrying a heavy stone on your back. It does nothing but weigh you down. A powerful Buddhist practice is metta, loving-kindness meditation, where you send good wishes even to those who have wronged you. Try saying, "May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering." It may feel difficult at first, but over time, you will notice how much lighter and freer you feel. 4. Serve others with a pure heart. One of the best ways to create good karma is through selfless giving. Whether it's at every moment, we are planting the seeds of our future through our thoughts, words, and actions. If you want a life filled with peace, success, and happiness, ask yourself, am I holding on to negative thoughts that are harming me? Are my actions creating good or bad karma? What small change can I make today to bring more positivity into my life? By shifting your thoughts and actions toward kindness, honesty, and compassion, you are not only changing your own life, you are also creating a world that is better for everyone. The power of daily mindfulness, a path to inner peace. Have you ever felt like life is moving too fast? That the endless to-do lists, responsibilities, and distractions are pulling you in 100 directions? In today's busy world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, stressed, and disconnected from the present moment. But what if you could slow down? What if you could find peace in the middle of chaos and stay grounded no matter what happens around you? This is where mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness is more than just a trendy practice, it is a life-changing tool that allows you to fully experience each moment, reduce stress, and cultivate inner peace. The best part? You don't need hours of free time or a special retreat to practice it. Mindfulness is something you can integrate into your daily life, no matter how busy you are. Let's explore why daily mindfulness practice is essential, the science behind its benefits, and simple ways to incorporate it into your routine. Why is daily mindfulness important? Imagine starting your day feeling calm, centered, and fully present. Instead of rushing through tasks on autopilot, you engage with each moment with clarity and peace. Now, contrast that with the usual routine, waking up to an alarm, immediately checking your phone, rushing through breakfast, and feeling anxious about everything you need to do. Which version sounds better? When we neglect mindfulness, our minds become scattered and reactive. We get caught up in negative thoughts, stress, and worries. However, when we practice mindfulness daily, we train our brains to be more present, resilient, and emotionally balanced. Key benefits of daily mindfulness. Reduces stress and anxiety. Scientific studies have shown mindfulness lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. Improves focus and productivity. Enhances emotional regulation and patience. Strengthens relationships by promoting deep listening and empathy. Boosts overall happiness and well-being. Nearly half of our lives are spent lost in distractions and overthinking. By practicing mindfulness, we reclaim control over our minds and bring more joy into our everyday experiences. How to incorporate mindfulness into your daily life. Mindfulness doesn't require a drastic lifestyle change. You can integrate it into your routine with small but powerful habits. 1. Start your day with mindfulness. Instead of reaching for your phone first thing in the morning, take a few minutes to center yourself. Try this. Take 3 deep breaths before getting out of bed. Set an intention for the day, e.g., today. I will be patient and present. Stretch or meditate for 5 minutes. This simple morning practice sets a calm and focused tone for your entire day. 2. Practice mindful breathing throughout the day. Your breath is one of the most powerful tools for mindfulness because it's always with you. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, pause and focus on your breath. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. This technique, known as box breathing, is scientifically proven to reduce stress and bring instant calmness. Try it before an important meeting, during a stressful moment, or whenever your mind feels scattered. 3. Be present in everyday activities. You don't need extra time to practice mindfulness, you just need to bring awareness to what you're already doing. Mindful eating. Instead of eating while scrolling on your phone, fully engage with your meal. Notice the flavors, textures, and sensations. This improves digestion and enhances enjoyment. Mindful walking. Whether walking to your car or taking a stroll in nature, pay attention to each step, the feeling of the ground beneath your feet, and the rhythm of your breath. Mindful listening. When talking to someone, give them your full attention. Listen deeply instead of planning your response. This strengthens relationships and creates meaningful connections. The role of meditation in mindfulness. One of the best ways to strengthen mindfulness is through meditation. Meditation is often misunderstood. Many people think they need to clear their minds completely, but that's not true. The goal of meditation is not to stop thinking, it's to observe thoughts without getting lost in them. How to start a simple meditation practice. Find a quiet space and sit comfortably. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Focus on your breath as it flows in and out. If your mind starts to wander, which it will, gently bring your focus back to your breath. Continue for 5 to 10 minutes. Even a short daily meditation practice can rewire your brain for more clarity, focus, and peace. A study published in the journal Psychiatry Research found that just 8 weeks of meditation increases gray matter in areas of the brain associated with learning, memory, and emotional regulation. Overcoming common mindfulness challenges. Even though mindfulness is simple, many people struggle to stay consistent. Here are some common challenges and how to overcome them. I don't have time for mindfulness. Mindfulness doesn't require extra time, you can integrate it into things you're already doing, eating, walking, breathing. My mind won't stop racing. It's normal. Instead of forcing your mind to be still, simply observe your thoughts without judgment and return to the present. I forget to practice mindfulness. Set reminders on your phone or place sticky notes in visible areas with words like, breathe, or, be present. Make mindfulness a daily habit. Mindfulness is not just a practice, it's a way of living. When you cultivate daily mindfulness, you create a life that is less stressful, more joyful, deeply fulfilling. So ask yourself, how present am I in my daily life? What small mindfulness habit can I start today? Am I allowing stress to control me? Or am I taking moments to breathe and reset? By choosing mindfulness, you take control of your peace, happiness, and well-being. Conclusion: peace and fortune begin within. Peace and good fortune are not distant dreams, they are the results of how we choose to live each day. Every thought we nurture, every action we take, and every habit we build shapes the life we experience. Throughout this video, we've explored 5 essential Buddhist teachings that can help you cultivate inner peace and transform your life. Avoid negative karma by being mindful of both your actions and thoughts. Let go of attachment and expectations to free yourself from unnecessary suffering. Practice gratitude to shift your mindset and attract positivity. Embrace impermanence to reduce fear and anxiety about change. Commit to daily mindfulness to stay present, centered, and at peace. Each of these principles offers a powerful way to align yourself with a more peaceful and fulfilling life. But the question is, are you applying them in your daily life? Take a moment to reflect. Have you ever unintentionally made one of these mistakes? Which lesson resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights may inspire and help others on their journey. And if you found these lessons valuable, don't forget to like this video, share it with others. And subscribe to the channel so you never miss more wisdom from Buddhist teachings. Remember, true peace and happiness start from within. Begin your journey today.